place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. It's Monday, July 8th, 2024, and we're coming to you live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago, and I am Adana Kumbi. We thank you so much for joining us here on the morning show and always making us a part of your morning routine. So we say thank you so much for being a part of our morning rollout. We thank you from wherever you're viewing us from, whether you're viewing us from far or wide. We say good morning to you, and we do hope that you have a wonderful week. We are so happy that you are able to join us this morning. And before we head on over to the news, I just want to say congratulations going out to those who participated in the Caribbean Celebrity Dance competition taking place over the weekend, hosted by Dance Ensemble. Congratulations goes out to Administrator Diane Baker Henry and also to Petal Benwa, Councillor Petal Benwa. Congratulations for cupping the top prize there, and all the best as well, and congratulations for all the other participants as well. Well, we're going to head on over to the news in 90 seconds and then we get back into our program. So I hand you over now to Bianna for the news in 90 seconds.
The news is brought to you by Standards. At Standards, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Thank you, Adana. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Monday, July 8, 2024. The island has experienced another gun-related incident in Black Rock, resulting in the deaths of 3 men and 1 individual being transported to the Scarborough General Hospital. One of the deceased has been identified as Anselm Douglas, also known as Rada, while identities of the other 3 individuals remain undisclosed. Police investigations are ongoing. Tobago has recorded its first case of dengue amid a wave of cases in Trinidad that began in January 2024. The case was identified by the Tobago Regional Health Authority and confirmed on July 5th. Dr. Faith B. Israel, Secretary of the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, urged residents to take precaution, noting that 1 case can lead to 100. Residents are encouraged to protect themselves from mosquito bites and visit the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection social media page for more information. And finally, the Tobago People's Party held its first internal elections yesterday. The preliminary results noting that 4 positions were uncontested: political leader, deputy chair, public relations and general secretary. However, party political leader Fali Augustine highlighted that candidates have until noon today to request a recount, after which the official results will be released. The preliminary winners are chairman and second, deputy political leader-elect Dr. Faith B. Israel, treasurer Orlando Kerr, Election Officer Otis Noel, Assistant General Secretary Jacqueline Adams, Assistant Party Treasurer Marlon Rajman, and Education, Research and Training Officer Sean McCoon, Membership and Mobilization Akel Franklin. In addition, the 4 positions were uncontested. It's political leader Fali Augustine, Deputy Chair Mr. Sampson, and General Secretary Pearl Alma George, and Public Relations Tennille Jack. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Thank you, Bianna, for our news there in 90 seconds. And although there are so many things to celebrate, we always have to speak about when there is some kind of criminal activity, gun-related violence on the island of Tobago.
Yes.
Seeing here the murder of 3 men, 3 persons rather, on the island of Tobago. And of course, again, it is cause for concern. Again, it's a conversation we have to have. Again, when we thought that we were getting to a place of, feeling safe again on the island of Tobago, we're hearing about this situation again. And, what do we do? Where do we go from here is now the conversation. What are your thoughts on hearing this news, Biana?
Adana, it's so depressing. I didn't even give it a thought. As you said, you think that we are moving forward in the right direction, and then up comes another gun-related incident. It's really a really concerning situation. And
we have TTPS in this morning, so hopefully we will have some more information where that is concerned.
Yes.
And continue aggressively having that conversation, and not just conversation, more so action as it relates to this type of activity on the island of Tobago, because we don't want to hear about this moving forward again. It's too much now for our small island.
Yes.
So let's look for a brighter week. Let's hope for a bright week this coming week. And I do wish that you have a wonderful week. Of course, it's Monday.
Yes.
So it's a fresh week, a fresh start to the week, and those projects that were undone last week, incomplete last week, we hope that we could complete them and set new goals and new targets for this week. So we'll check back in on Friday to see where we get with those.
And I think,
goals.
For this week, let us try and, share some love in whatever way, whether it be big or small. Let's share love.
That's right. So that is our objective this week, share love.
Yes.
So on Friday, we'll check in again to see how much love we sent and how much love we received.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Biana. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday morning, so you might be wondering what's in my cup. What's in my cup is sponsored by LCJ Delight, and this morning I'm drinking Cocoa Shell Bay Leaf Tea, sponsored by LCJ Delight. Yes, they are the makers of teas and other breakfast menu here on the island of Tobago. They provide flour, local flour, for you to make your porridges, for you to make your pancakes and waffles. They even have nuts and grains and all different types of things for your breakfast menu. So get in touch with them this morning or anytime that is convenient to you to find out more about their products. All right, you might be wondering, who are we having conversations with this morning in studio? Before we get to who we're speaking with, how can I forget? It's birthday shout out time. We have to say happy birthday to those who are celebrating. So we head on over to our birthday shout outs. And first on our birthday shout out rundown, we have Curleen McCall Woods rather. We want to wish you a happy birthday. We say happy birthday from your entire family and friends from Tiantec. They have a little note here that says that this is the lady that never forgets anybody's birthday. So they want to send a special birthday shout out to you, special birthday greetings, special birthday blessings to you. We pray God's blessings upon your life. We do hope that you enjoy your birthday, and we hope that everybody remembers your birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Curleen. Next, it's Stacey Winchester. Stacey Winchester is also celebrating a birthday today, and we want to wish a happy birthday coming to you from all of us here at Tobago Updates Television. Happy birthday to you, Stacey. And rounding up the birthday celebrations this morning is Arius Dick. Arius Dick is celebrating a birthday today, and we pray God's blessings upon your life this morning. We pray that you will experience love, and as you set your goals, you achieve them as you enter this new chapter of your life. So happy birthday goes out to you as well. And for all of you who are celebrating a birthday, if we don't have your photo, we still want to wish you happy birthday today. We do hope that you enjoy and that you experience the love of God. And remember to give God thanks for another day in the land of the living, another year and a new chapter that you're about to enter. So happy birthday to all of you. And who are we speaking with this morning on our program? Of course, this morning we start the program off by speaking with the TTPS, Trinidad and Tobago Police Services. We're speaking with Corporal Larry Braffett. We also speak with Sergeant Samuel McQuamina and WPC Sandra D. Rochford Jacob. They're going to bring us, of course, the weekly crime updates, and of course, we're going to have that conversation about the recent shooting in Tobago as well as community policing. And then we speak with Curtin Sarias. He's the Executive Chairman of THTI, and Sonia Phillip, the Dean of Academic Services at THTI, as we speak about Accelerate Your Ambition program. So we're going to have those conversations this morning, so we hope that you stay with us. But before we go for a break, I want to take some time to say good morning. Good morning to you, our regular viewers who are viewing us, whether you are viewing on our Facebook live stream, our YouTube channel, or on Amplia 102. Good morning to you, Pearl Murray Beard. Good morning to you, Brenda Campbell. Good morning to you, Auntie Dora Lyons. Good morning to all of you who are viewing. J-Cell Boris Vincent. Good morning to you. Good morning, Julian Skeet. Good morning. Yes, good morning to all of you. And we do hope that you continue to stay with us as we bring information to you and have the relevant discussions this morning here in our studio. So we're going to go for a short break before we start conversations. And before we go for a break, we ask you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
It's a different type of thing down there, and we party till we drop down there, with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens is coming down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road, it's a miracle. A million strong come together.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. 3 pounds wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT Soup Saturday. 2 pounds cube beef, 2 pounds cow heel, 2 pounds chicken foot, 2 pounds pigtail or smoke bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. 3 pounds leg and thigh chicken, 3 pounds sliced pork, 3 pounds lamb slice, 3 pounds cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here. We're not leaving till we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, Pan in Paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning. Great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
This is how it's gonna go. look out below, 'cause this is your show.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. We begin conversations this morning. This morning we're heading over to the TTPS as we speak about police youth clubs on the island of Tobago, and we speak with Acting Corporal Larry Braffett. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
Right. It's a pleasure to have you here on our program this morning. And of course, we're going to get straight into the conversation as we speak about police youth clubs on the island of Tobago. My first question to you this morning is, what are, in your opinion, the effects and the impacts of young persons being part of police youth clubs on the island of Tobago? Have you seen differences in communities as we have our young people integrated into youth clubs?
Yes, very, very much so. As a matter of fact, the neglected youths today are the ones who will be committing the crimes tomorrow. So police youth clubs do play an integral role in improving public safety, reducing crime, by fostering collaboration between law enforcement and the community. Community policing more or less runs police youth club. We are the ones who are in charge of police youth clubs. And what we do is by engaging the youths, deviant youths, creating community engagement, creating youth engagement. And also what we do as well, we prevent gang involvement. That's one of the integral roles of policy clubs. Policy clubs, we prevent gang involvement by providing something for the idle youths to do. We give them that level of trust, that level of mentorship, that level of guidance, so that they wouldn't be on the streets doing things that more or less, what idle hands will do.
And
yes,
sorry, go ahead.
And yes, we have seen a reduction in crimes in certain communities. We call some communities hotspots, so communities where you have a lot of deviant youths. So we actually are there to guide the youths and to ensure that they walk the straight and narrow path and to become model citizens.
And I know that the police youth clubs, they get involved in so many social activities and opportunities are presented to them as well. What are some of the benefits outside of reducing criminal activity and idleness? I know that sometimes they get to travel and visit other youth groups across the Caribbean and even outside of the Caribbean region. What are some of the opportunities and the benefits that one can enjoy when they become a part of a police youth club?
I could give you a story. In Mount St. George recently, the police youth club, we would have engaged in a field day. We would have brought golf to Mount St. George, track and field, different athletics, different sports. And while he's there, I remember Soren Bishop, a coach in Scarborough, he runs a track club. He came down there and he was just, testing the youths and have them running and checking the time. And he was saying, Larry, these youths actually have times that could compete against a number of people they could go and compete. And he actually brought them to his club and he trained them, and now these youths are competing, representing Tobago, and they would not have known that they have that potential had they not been exposed to the things that we have available at the policy club. So the youths they benefit because a lot of them don't know their potential. And what we do, we are able to guide them and we are able to show them their potential. A number of youths don't know their career path, they don't know what career they want to choose. So we would have provided a barbering course recently to some of the youths, and we have produced barbers. We have 3 barbers that would have been produced. We hope the program starts back because funding is our downfall. We don't have enough funding to have the programs. We have to bring the barbers from Trinidad and pay them. But by providing these programs, the youths were able to learn about barbering. Some of them are now barbers, have their own barbershop. They earn a living from barbering. Some of them are exposed to, when we go to Trinidad, we take them and show them about the colleges. I remember back then when we had GATE, while I was talking to the youth, we had a mentorship program where we brought persons from different walks of life. We brought doctors, lawyers, we brought accountants, persons in THA to talk to youths about what is available to them. And we were surprised to know the youths do not know that they have GATE available to them. They do not know about YTEP, the courses that YTEP have offered. They do not know about NEHUS and all these different things. So what we do, we expose them to a lot of positive activities so that they can then choose. And not only expose them, we bring it to them so that when we bring it to them, they may not know about it, but while sitting down and participating in it, then they realize they like it, and then they will choose that as their career path. Not only that, a lot of them don't know how to become a lawyer. They don't know how to become a doctor. They don't know how to become a policeman. They don't know a lot of things, even though they have careers in school. In school they play in the linemen. Some of them won't really paying attention to it, but because they were able to be exposed to it in a more relaxed setting in the policy club where the home, they could relax with it amongst their peers in the community, and they being able to ask questions. Some of them were at first they might ask kicksy questions, but in everything, they're seriousness. And then they will learn about it. Some of them move on to become police officers. Some of them move on to become accountants. Most of them are in university right now. Some of them are accessing GATE. A lot of them are asking how to become police officers. So, the exposure is what makes them, they are benefiting from the exposure. And yes, they get to travel and meet other youths and socialize. Some of them went to Trinidad for the first time through the policy club. Some of them were able to play against other football teams and then realize that football is nice and want to join football. There is the exposure. We are there to provide the mentorship, provide the exposure, and to educate them about what is available to them.
This is very, very engaging and very, very interesting and encouraging, rather, for our youth here on the island of Tobago. And how does someone become a member of a police youth club?
The policy club has an open door policy. We are open to anybody within the community. Once you have the time, once you are available, once you are interested, you just simply come and you ask to join. We'll give you a form, and then you will sign up the form. The form has biodata, what's your name, your age, your community, your parents' number, and so on. And you come and you sit down and you join. What the policy club offers, we offer a supervised setting. We offer a safe space where the youth can come and be safe, where they could come and learn, where they could come and be amongst their peers. So all you have to do is come by the policy club and ask to join. We'll give you a form. There's no fees attached. Most of the things we do, almost everything we do, is free. So there's policy clubs in Mount St. George, there's one in Mason Hall, there's one in Roxborough, there's one in Charlottesville. And what people normally do, I could talk about the policy club in Mount St. George. We have a Facebook page, and on that Facebook page, persons will go on the page and they will look for a contact number and they will call. I have received numerous phone calls, different agencies who would want to offer services or want to partner, and they will call. We have the cell phone numbers for the leaders, myself, Officer Jordan, and you call us and we will direct you. Or if you want, you could come to the community policing office, either in Scarborough or in Shilvan, and you could talk to an officer at the community police and they will direct you to the officer or the officer who runs a policy club in the area closest to you. The numbers are 639-8888. Call that number, they will transfer you to community police and talk to an officer. And you could also call Scarborough Police Station, 639-1200, 639-2512, and talk to a community police officer, and we'll give you all the information you need to join a policy club.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Acting Corporal Larry Braffett as he talks us through police youth clubs on the islands of Tobago, all the benefits that come being a member, of course. And so we want to wish you the very best there. I know you mentioned some of your challenges, being funding is one of them. And I saw one of our viewers online saying that WIM Police Youth Club needs some help. So I hope some attention can be paid to that. But moving forward, we wish you the very best in all your endeavors. And we do hope that the numbers increase in the police youth clubs across the island of Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for a short break before we continue conversations here in studio. And of course, as we go for a break, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home, home, home. We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
moving from place to place, place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kumbi, and we continue conversations this morning in studio, and we're speaking again with representatives from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Services. We're speaking this morning with Sergeant Samuel Kwamina, Corporal Dexter Edwards, and WPC Sandra D. Roachford Jacob. And this morning we're talking about community policing. So we're going to get some information as it relates to community policing and how it impacts the level of crime or curbing crime on the island of Tobago. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Right, and so you see, we have 3 members of the TTPSC on our set this morning, so we're going to get all the information that we can possibly get out of this conversation. And I know the primary objective of the TTPS, of course, is to ensure that the people live in a safe space, to curb crime and to encourage good relationships among each other, right? And so now we're talking about community policing. For those of us who don't understand what community policing and what the objectives are, let us get into that aspect of it. What is community policing?
Basically, community policing is a crime strategy. Basically, is a crime strategy of the police service where we engage young people to get them involved in positive activities, to make a change in their life, as opposed to turning to a life of crime.
Right. So we're seeing now, what are some of the initiatives and that the community policing rolls out in terms of getting to your objectives?
Well, part of the police service strategic plan, 2022-2024, part of that is community engagement. There must be an engagement of the community. That's what the community police does, engaging the community in various activities which is aimed at reducing crime against young persons.
And how has the response been in terms of your target audiences participating in your activities?
It's great, I must say. I want to piggyback on Corporal Edwards. Yesterday he had a track and field program, and following his track record, I know people in Tobago will follow a track record. He has been doing a wonderful job with the youth in terms of track and field, football, other youth clubs, including myself. We do a holistic thing. It's not just like sports. It's about education as well, spiritual, life skills programs that will change that direction that they are taking now to the life of crime, and this is a preventative measure. So we have different programs rolled out. When we normally to join the police youth club, it's age 5 to 30. At that young adolescent age, we use them back to be mentors. All right? So we use the schools to target our young people. And as community policing, we do interventions at the school with all the fights and those things. We are the ones that go in and do the intervention with the principal, the teachers, the students, and parents. And out of that, we encourage them to join the police youth club. Policies in the community would ask about the police youth club. So for the general public, to join the police youth club is from age 5 to 30. And we do everything. It's not just sports. We teach homework classes from the small one right up. We have persons who are qualified to do mentoring as well and motivational speech with them. Sometimes we have to do one-on-one because you and I know, everybody know the young people different today, and we call them curious. They're very curious. So if you tell them don't do this, they want to know why. Everything you must give them an answer why. So based on that, we do intervention, especially with those children that are a bit troubled in the troubled society or in the home. They come to school and they lash out. But some of us don't take the time to find out why they lash out. But when we do the deep intervention, we recognize that there are problems within the home or issues that cause the child to behave in a particular way. And then everybody throws up their hand in the air. This is where community policing comes in. We are a home away from home. And that is why we want to engage our parents this morning. When your children come to the youth club, we just don't want the children to come. We need you as well. We need you to come on board to work with us, because we cannot try to fix the child and the child goes back in that environment.
Especially when you don't have a background about the child.
Correct. And facing the same situation all over again, then we spinning top in mud. So we are asking the parents to come out. By them coming out and participating with us, we would see the need to have programs to assist the parents to be a good parent. Good parenting. You understand? So the police youth club and the community police is a very important structure at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
I know we were speaking earlier with Acting Corporal Larry Braffett, and he's still on the line in the conversation. And, I want to ask the question also. You mentioned that you provide mentorship and you train them, you have supervision. Do you bring in external parties to do the type of mentorship that they need? Or is it that you use the resources from within? If Corporal Braffett is there, I would like for him to have to give me more information where this is concerned and talk me through this, because, someone might be thinking, okay, so what type of mentorship is the child having? Are these persons qualified? Are they certified to provide that measure of support in that way? Yes, you do an assessment. Yes, you want the parents to come out. But when we're talking about mentorship now, how far does the mentorship go, and who are these people providing that measure of mentorship? So if we have Acting Corporal Larry Braffett still on the line, can we continue the conversation in that vein?
Yes, I'm still here. Yes, I'm still here. So as I spoke about mentorships, as I spoke about what the persons, community policing, just to add to what the Southern Commonwealth would have stated, community policing is based on a strategic goal, to improve the level of citizen-centered service and to enhance community partnerships. So when I talk about partnerships, it's about interagency and inter-organizational collaboration. We partner with the village council, we partner with the schools, the peer teachers association, PTA meetings, we attend village council meetings, we partner with the church as well, and we partner with the services provided by the THA, the government. So when we do our initiatives, we have to write an application, forward the application through the channels, and they will approve it. We have to vet the person who is coming to speak. We have to make sure they are qualified. We just don't pick up somebody off the street because they sound good. We utilize persons who are, we are the police service. We vet the persons. We could vet the persons. We make sure that they are legit, and we make sure that they are qualified. And even though they are not legit or qualified, they are experienced. And we bring them and they speak to the youths. Recently, we had a program where we had a mentorship, mentor to motivate. We actually won a youth award for that program. We brought in 40 mentors to the policy club, and the mentors they included pilots, DJs, musicians, lawyers, doctors, teachers, social workers, a pastor. We started off with a pastor. So we bring persons who are qualified, and they speak to the youths and they encourage youths. And just to add, before I close off, the policy club is not only about the youths. We play a significant role in reducing crime in the communities by providing positive activities for the community. Positive activities for the parents. It's about community engagement. We focus on youth engagement because, as I would have said earlier, youth that are neglected today are the ones who will become the criminals tomorrow. They're the ones who will join the gangs. They're the one who is idle. They're the ones who will be looking for the opportunity to do deviant activities. So we have to engage them and ensure that those persons walk the straight and narrow path and become model citizens. So just to answer your question, this to go back. Yes, we do vet the persons. We use persons who are qualified, and we collaborate with the different agencies and organizations that is already available. We guide them, we bring them in the communities, and we initiate programs for the community based on what the community needs, based on the problem that is identified by the community, by liaising with the village council, the churches, and the different groups within the community.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Acting Corporal Larry Braffett, Corporal Dexter Edwards, Sergeant Samuel Cominan, WPC, Sandra D. Rochford, Jacob this morning as we speak about community policing here on the island of Tobago, the impacts of community policing, the benefits to our communities, and of course an encouragement for parents to send out their children to the youth group, and not just to send them to the police youth clubs, but also to be a part and to see what is happening. We spoke about collaboration with different agencies. Of course, we know it's a collaborative effort to curb, reduce crime, and also to encourage our young people to be the best version of themselves. And we can't do it alone. We all need each other. So this is an encouragement to partner with the police, primarily community policing, as they reach out to you in your communities with different projects and initiatives to be a part of seeing our communities improve across the island of Tobago. We have to go for a short break before we continue conversations this morning. And as we go for a break this morning, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens has come down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road, it's a miracle.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. 3 pounds wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT. Soup Saturday. 2 pounds cube beef, 2 pounds cow heel, 2 pounds chicken foot, 2 pounds pigtail, or smoke bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. 3 pounds leg and thigh chicken, 3 pounds sliced pork, 3 pounds lamb slice, 3 pounds cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special. Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show. 'cause this is your show.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Combi, and we're just about 7:53 a.m. So if you're getting to work for 8, if you're not already there climbing those stairs into your office, then you might be late, but still be safe on our nation's roads. All right, we continue conversations this morning in studio, and this morning we're speaking to representatives of the THTI, that is the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, as we accelerate your ambition. And we're speaking this morning with Curtin Sarias, the Executive Chairman, Sonia Phillip, Dean of Academic Service, and Sherman Rivers, a lecturer, this morning. So we want to know, what is Accelerate Your Ambition? Good morning and welcome.
Pleasure. Good morning. Good morning.
Right. And so, of course, every time we talk about THDI, we know we're talking about something that has to do with your hands. You have to use your hands, because we're talking about catering, we're talking about hospitality, we're talking about all these types of niceties that even I want to be a part of sometimes. And so this morning we're talking about Accelerate Your Ambition, which is a program that you guys are hosting, I believe, starting from today. So let's get into it. What is it all about, and what can we expect?
Well, actually, been in the industry for 30 years and driving through Tobago on a daily basis to different communities. You see the youths on the street, liming, talking to each other all day. And I said to myself, what can I do to fix this problem? And you also have the private sector suffering for employees. So I said, one day, once I get the opportunity, I will fix this problem. So I spoke to my Dean of Academics, Miss Phillips. I said, what about this idea? I sent it to her. She said, yeah, I love it. Yes, I love this idea. So I said, sort it out, we're going ahead with it.
Right.
I was also saying to my deputy chairman, what do you think? She said, excellent idea. I said, yes, we're starting this thing, making it happen. And so here we are.
Right. And what does the program entail? What can participants expect? Should they sign up for this
Well,
program?
first of all, before you sign up, you must be unemployed.
Okay.
You must be unemployed.
What are criteria, but I understand.
Right? You must be unemployed. Because we want to certify you to be employed.
Right.
Right? So we're going to give you the fishing line. We're going to teach you to fish, and up to you to go out there and catch the fish.
Right.
All right? So you must be unemployed. You have to go to your area representative office to sign up for the program. It's for $1. And someone may ask, why $1? But you're unemployed. You also have to find your way up there, your own transport, and also get your own meals. So that's the reason why the $1 cost. All right? And you will be getting a certificate of achievement. So you can take to these employers to seek employment.
Right. And what are some of the areas that will be covered in this program?
Food and beverage, mixology, and housekeeping.
Absolutely awesome. And so you said unemployed, but is there like an age group that we could look forward to?
From 17 upwards.
Right.
There's no limit when you go up.
All right. I know THTI, as I said, they always provide courses that are very, very engaging. So how long is the program running for?
The program will run for 1 week. It is primarily practical in nature. And at the end of the week, the student will get a certificate listing all of the skill sets and so on that they would have acquired over the course of the week. And then they can use that, as Mrs. Soraya said, to go out and seek employment.
And I know you mentioned 3 categories. I think you said food and beverage, housekeeping, and mixology.
Yes.
So the participants engaging in all 3 of them, or is it that you select which one you want?
The participants would have selected which area they would be interested in receiving training in.
So that there can be a concentration in that particular field.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking if you participate in all, I mean, you might get the information from all, but you want to get that measure of concentration.
Right.
So that your certification would have, the content in it to say that you have participated in it. And tell me, what are the lectures like in terms of engagement of your persons who register for your programs?
Well, it's very hands-on. And that's because I'm going to be lecturing on food and beverage service. I've been in the industry for over 35 years, and I have a passion for this. They're like, even when you talk to persons, you often tell them there's a difference between service and servitude. And I find our industry suffers because a lot of people think that it's beneath them. But I always say it's a career. I chose this. I rose from bottom up. I've worked hard, and I still work very hard. And I want people to understand. So it's very, very much engaging. We'll do everything. It's all role plays. So you understand from the customer's perspective, and you as a server what you do and what you're not supposed to do. I mean, we lack the service industry is really lacking. Not just in Tobago, but in Trinidad. It is really lacking.
And I want to agree with you there. And I like the hands-on approach where you have role play because, I mean, you can present a lecture, you can give them all the theory, they can take all the notes that they know, they could revise the notes and pass the exam. But the practical aspect of it, sometimes they don't have a hold of it. Because I know sometimes you might come across a scenario that we didn't talk about in theory, but it happens.
Correct.
How do we do it? So I'd really like to see how that rolls out in terms of how the persons participate. And in your history, you said you have 35 years in the industry. In your history in teaching and lecturing and delivering these lectures, what has it been like for participation? Because sometimes you have to prompt them. Come on, let's do the role play. How has it been?
Well, actually, right now I'm actually lecturing food and beverage service at hotel school. So I had one class. My final class was yesterday, Sunday. And like I said, we don't leave until everybody gets it right. And when it's everybody gets it right. So it's interesting because now some people sit as a customer, and of course you ask all the questions and you realize, oh God, this is what I normally do and I shouldn't. Oh, I'm not supposed to say this. Oh gosh, give me another chance, because they're actually seeing themselves now. So it's not just about, it's how you serve, what you do, when you do, how to interact with the customer, conversations to keep, being friendly but not familiar. It's not the darling, and we love that our culture, but that is not what customers expect. It's not about meeting customers' expectation, but exceeding the expectations. So it's when you see them engage and you realize, oh yes, they get in this, yeah.
Right. And I really would like for people to start registering for this. What has it been like in terms of the feedback? Have people started registering? What are the numbers looking like? Do we have the capacity? Are we still asking people, please come and register? What is it like?
Well, we have already received quite a number of nominations from the different constituencies, but we do encourage persons who are interested in participating in this program to please contact your area representative, because you may not be able to be accommodated, of course, for cycle 1, which is this week, but you can be accommodated for cycle 2. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Where else can you actually change your life for $1?
Right, and you said, I know you mentioned that you have to register through your area representative's office, and then you said about nomination. So for those who might be a little bit uncertain, what is the actual process? I go to my area representative's office, I put my name down. Is it a selection process, or am I guaranteed that once I go, I put my name down, I'm part of the cycle? How does it work?
I think it would be a case of first come, first serve, and also need.
Right, and this is based on the capacity that you're able to accommodate at one point in time.
Yes, and we are not training everybody at once. So this week, from today until Friday, it's cycle 1, and then we are able to accommodate a new batch of students starting on the 15th for cycle 2. And this week we're starting with over 40 students.
Right.
So it must be at least 10 persons from each constituency.
Right, understood. And so I now get a clearer picture as to what it would look like. So even though we have full capacity, there's cycle 2 and possibly a cycle 3. I'm just, going ahead of you, of course, depending, of course, on the reviews from those who participate now. And as you said, for $1, can you go wrong with that? Getting a certification from the THDI, of course, as we know, is a recognized institution here on the island of Tobago, providing that measure of service. And I know you always have something happening at THDI. Always something happening. So what else can we expect coming from THDI during this period?
Oh, I love that you asked that question. Actually, this week as well, we are starting the practical portion of our Nestle Young Barista Training Program, which is being done in partnership with Nestle. And they are training our students and some members of the industry in, those skill sets on how to become a barista. So, pulling the espresso shot, the latte art, and that type of thing. And of course, as usual, we have our student dinners. We have an exciting student event coming up for the emancipation period. It's going to be on Sunday, July the 28th. Freedom, the brunch, right? So we would like to invite all the persons that usually support us to come out and give us your usual support. It is a collaborative effort between the Food Preparation 2 class for this summer, the PATH program, Fundamentals of Dining Room, that Shermaine is currently lecturing, as well as our Events Management class. So details will follow. But I would like to just put that out there, look forward to that. It's going to be fantastic.
Of course. And, THDI, I think, is an unsung hero, right? People don't really recognize the types of programs that you roll out and also the certification that one can attain. Should you enroll in a full-time program, let's say I don't know how long the program's life is, a year, 2 years, however long. When you complete, what type of certification do you walk away with? You can walk up to an institution and say, listen, I have this certification and now I'm ready for employment. What is the level of certification you can attain from your full-time courses?
Several levels. We have, of course, the associate degrees that we offer in 4 areas. Culinary arts is, of course, the most popular, but we also offer an associate degree in food and beverage, in hospitality studies, as well as tourism studies. And because we are focused on that practical skill set, students complete an internship where they actually have to be placed in a hotel, a restaurant, etc. And that qualifies them for their associate degree. And then they can, they can seek employment, having been given the opportunity to engage in quite a bit of practical work.
Absolutely awesome. And in closing, what would you like to share with our viewers this morning to encourage them to come out, or whether it's the Accelerate Your Ambition or whatever programs that you might be offering at the THDI?
Okay. For the people with AYA, they must be on time. When you come to THDI, you must behave in a way that, so it's not automatic certification. Your lecturers will choose the people who pass the program and who deserve certification. So manners, be on time for the program. And also we have more programs coming up, have more plans to roll out more programs soon. So stay tuned for more programs coming out to THDI.
That's right.
We're not going to stop.
That's right. That's right. Always coming from THDI, always something engaging, always something to look forward to. This morning we've been speaking with Curtin Sarias, Executive Chairman, Sonia Phillip, Dean of Academic Services, and Shermaine Rivers, Lecturer here at the THTI, as they engage in their summer programs, Accelerate Your Ambition, and other programs that will be rolled out at the THTI, so you can call and register to be a part of what's going on there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, but it's not where we end our programming. We continue on with GMT, and we ask you to stay with us. And as you stay with us, of course, we ask you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities, welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Belmana Riots, and Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Right here, we're not leave it and we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful. I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival. Pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, Ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy! This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning. Great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am Chanel Felix, and this morning, whenever you see me here, is because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. But before we even get into those conversations this morning, let's have our news in 90 seconds.
The news is brought to you by Standards. At Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Tobago has recorded its first case of dengue amid a wave of cases in Trinidad that began in January 2024. The case was identified by the Tobago Regional Health Authority and confirmed on July 5th by Dr. Faith B. Israel, Secretary for the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. She urged residents to take precautions, noting that one case can lead to 100 cases. Residents are encouraged to protect themselves from mosquito bites and visit the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection's social media pages for more information. Additionally, the island has experienced another gun-related incident in Blackrock, resulting in the death of 3 men and 1 individual being transported to the Scarborough General Hospital. One of the deceased has been identified as Anselm Douglas, also known as Rada.
while the identities of the other 3 individuals remain undisclosed. Police are currently investigating. And that's all news in 90 seconds.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
And welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now, a lot has been happening on the island of Tobago, and it's sad that we have to start off on such a somber note with yet another murder on the island. This speaks to that proposal that we have seen coming from the THA regarding that Tobago House of Assembly proposition for the Department of Public Safety and Security, and we hope to hear a lot more about that later on in the show as we chat with Chief Technical Advisor Mr. Anselm Richards, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Tomorrow we might talk a bit about what we saw happening there yesterday. We know that there was a lot happening, a lot of excitement in the TPP camp, where the Tobago People's Party held their internal elections, and we had a number of preliminary results regarding those positions. And I don't want to talk too fast because it seems as the party doesn't want to comment too much on that until they have their confirmation of those results. I mean, I guess rightfully so. So after 12 o'clock this morning, I guess we're going to have the confirmation of those results. But I would have had a couple of interviews previously, not last week, but the week right before Beryl touched our shores, and I would have chatted with a number of their candidates and some of their candidates for that were vying for that chairman position. I chatted with and Natasha Second, as well as Chrislyn Moore and Trevor James. And it seemed to me from that preliminary result that Anne Natasha Second ended up coming out on top as the chairperson for the party, but these are still unconfirmed results. So we look forward to hearing more about that and how that entire internal election process went. But this morning we are chatting about the economy and diversification. And when we chatted with the Chief Secretary last Thursday at the Fairway Restaurant, in our extended episode, we spoke about means of diversifying the economy as well as the source of financing for Tobago, as Tobago typically doesn't get what it requests from the central government. So the conversation is in the space regarding investment funding, private investment funding, venture capital funding, and all of that. And for a lot of us, we don't necessarily understand the terms, or what does that mean, and what is the criteria, and where does that put our country? Does the FIU come in there? We're asking so many questions. We don't know the terms, we don't know the terminology. We just know it's economics. And for some of us, it goes over our head. But this morning we're chatting with Barry Jofield, and he's gonna kind of break that down a bit for us and help us understand how venture capital funding and companies can help to contribute to diversifying Tobago's source of income and expenditure, and how we are going to create funds to help Tobagonians abroad to invest in Tobago's economy. Good morning, Mr. Jofield, and welcome, and thank you again for coming on this morning.
Morning, Chanel, and thank you for having me this morning.
Right, so I've chatted a bit about the challenge when Tobago requests funding and doesn't necessarily get the funding that it needs. And we heard in the budget presentation that the Chief Secretary is talking about creating Tobago-based funds that allow individuals to invest in Tobago. But this morning you're talking about venture capital funding, and not only how that affects the private sector, but how that affects the public sector. So talk to us a bit about that this morning.
All right, so I just need to go back before I, deal with the current circumstance. Somewhere around 2012, in the previous administration, they formed this Tobago Venture Capital Company. It was seeded with 25 million seed capital. THA put this money into the fund. The idea from that initial seed capital was for the fund to be expanded or investments made to increase this fund to 100 million. Think of if that occurred, let's say, 10 years ago, the multiply effect of 100 million to date, I doubt we would have an argument with respect to development funding in Tobago. And therein lies the power of venture capital to seed capital with entrepreneurs so that they can do what entrepreneurs do, create business in Tobago, expand the economic framework in Tobago. However, the construct of a venture capital company is one where the key element in this company is what you call a fund manager. This company requires somebody who understands economics, finance, who is now able to mobilize capital. I think I heard there was some week, I think it was probably last week, Mr. McFarlane, and I think it was the Tobago Chamber person, talking about the fact that venture capital was not providing capital to entrepreneurs and so on, for want of trying to explain what they were saying at the time. And that is the secondary aspect of venture capital. The primary aspect of venture capital is to raise the capital in the first place. And the fact that no capital has been raised between 2012 and now says that the company has been non-functional. So from 2012 to now, no capital has been raised in venture capital. And therein lies the challenge. The talk now about diaspora investments and so on. This is where the venture capital fund was actually supposed to be operating, getting the diaspora to invest in it. In fact, I have the strategic plan document here that speaks to going to the diaspora and getting the diaspora to invest. So it's really a function of the fact that venture capital is not functioning the way it's supposed to. But it can't, because the key element in the fund is the fund manager. It has been prescribed by the Executive Council Minute 2012. It's prescribed by the Venture Capital Act. It's prescribed by the policy. It's prescribed by the strategic plan. And from 2012 to now, that key element is missing, and it has created no end of problems in the company that would not be solved by a new board of directors.
Well, Mr. Jofield, surprisingly or not surprisingly, I have never heard about the Venture Capital Fund for Tobago. I'm actually unaware of the fact that we had it set up. So was it set up under an independent company, or was it under the Division of Finance? Explain to us, were you a part of the planning for the strategic plan for the Venture Capital Fund for Tobago, and you would have projected by now you should have seen like 100 million in that fund?
All right. This was done since 2012, right? That would have been under the former administration as well. And therein lies the challenge. It's an issue of understanding what venture capital is supposed to do. And if you look at the last administration into this administration, the same issue exists. And the reason is you don't have a fund manager to manage a fund. And it behooves me as to why that has not been done. But the point is, and the reason you haven't heard about venture capital is because, again, this is part of the role of the fund manager, and there was supposed to be some other professionals like a marketing and promotions officer. The company has been staffed with professional staff.
So there is a company. There is a company. So explain to us the structure that exists, because I know when you talk about venture capital, because I know of one venture capital firm in the US called the Fearless Fund, which is usually used to fund Black women in business. And I know that it is organized as a LLC, and then they usually do, they will go and get funding to fund these businesses of these young women. So that's what I'm asking. What is the current business structure like in Trinidad and Tobago for that?
Well, let me just focus a bit on Tobago, right? The current structure is that you kind of just have maybe one professional or two running an institution that is supposed to be raising 100 million in funds, and that's
so it's not registered as
it's registered as a company.
Okay,
it's
right,
registered
exactly.
as a company.
That's what I'm getting to.
But it's under the aegis of the finance division.
Right.
And in fact, that may be part of the challenge. The way the company was supposed to be constructed is that the directorship should have come from the persons who risk capital to invest in it. So let's say, for instance, you have team in New York investing $5 million into the venture capital fund. then they would have a director on that venture capital board to oversee that 5 million
Their
that
interests,
they put in.
exactly.
If you had Mount Pleasant Credit Union investing 5 million into this fund, they would now have a director on the board to oversee their interest. So you have directors of investors into the company overseeing their interest. What you currently have now is that the only investor here is the THA, and therefore all the directors are selected by the state, which is even not what is recommended in the strategic plan, because there are obvious reasons why. And if it existed like that for the last 12 years, just be clear that there is an issue that goes beyond administration. The issue is about the construct of the company and how the company functions to deliver the service that it's supposed to deliver. And the 100 million could be 100 million every year. It doesn't have to be 100 million one-off. So, I mean, you could have been raising 100 million every year and providing this capital to build a marina, to, invest in redevelopment of Scarborough, etc., as the case may be, to retool study park quarries. There's so many things you could do with the money that, it behooves me as to why, the powers that be across administrations, I need to make that point. It's across administrations, and therefore, to me, there's a lack of understanding of how you make a venture capital company work, and the fact that you do have a fund manager is the primary reason, because that was said to be the critical success factor of one of them, and the next one was a stream of interest to the company. I mean, Tobago Updates probably could have benefited from venture capital investment to expand its reach and so on. So the company is an important company for Tobago. It's an important company to get operating.
I'm glad that you raised this topic, and I'm glad that you see it as being an important addition to the economic conversation where Tobago is concerned now, specifically where the budget had just been presented and Tobago is looking for different avenues as a source of, the type of capital that is needed for a number of these development projects. And one of the things that I want to bring into the conversation is the fact that there is indeed a new sitting Secretary for Finance, a woman at that, and someone who has been in a technical position as the Chief Accounting Officer for the THA for a long time. And she is someone who comes with a lot of experience. So don't you think that this is a conversation that she may be interested in if you would bring it up to her to see how they can revamp that entire venture capital fund as they are seeking other sources of financing for Tobago?
And I think that should be one of the primary strategies, because I think it was on Friday, there was an interview, I think.
On Thursday,
last Thursday. And the issue appeared to be, or the concern appeared to be, how do you get more money from Trinidad? And I don't know. And I think the more important conversation is how do we use the vehicle that we already have to generate this money that we could do things in Tobago, even outside of having to look for monies coming from Trinidad. Because let me just share this with you. 2 points I want to share with you. While we were at, and I just heard you talk about the number of murders and so on. While we shared with you, while you just shared about the number of murders increasing in Tobago, and I remember at there's a consultation for the Constitution, and Dr. Farrell made a very telling statement. And he said that in 1962 we produced, I think it was about 268,000 barrels of oil. Today we are producing just over 50,000, he said. And gas is not doing much better. If we continue to peg our economic hopes on a 10% from Trinidad, it's going to be a 10% of a declining amount, because the Trinidad and Tobago economy is declining. There's no two ways about it. So quibble over 10%, it will be 10% of a reducing amount, which will not be in the best interest of Tobago. So we have a responsibility to begin, and then he went further to the point of murders to say that if we thought 1990 was bad, because it came about as a lot of austerity measures were being put in place in Trinidad and Tobago. He said there are a lot of young men with big guns this time around, and it will not be as simple as it was on the last occasion. And we are seeing gradually in Tobago that kind of seepage, and there are real issues to be treated in terms of the economic front that's going to help us to manage that aspect of crime, because crime also needs resources for scanners, resources for the same safety unit and so on. So you need resources, and we have to find a way to be more responsible and manage the things that we can manage, like the venture capital company, to generate the kind of resources we need to generate in order for Tobago to progress and develop.
All right, economist Joe Phil. So I'm guessing that from our conversation, the next step for you is that conversation with the new finance secretary in regards to revamping that company.
Well, I don't know that I have that kind of reach and influence. But if indeed a discussion is required, I have no difficulty at all having the discussion, because I think I understand, I'm seized of what should be done, how it should be done, and I am clear in my own mind that it is one of the major vehicles, one of the major planks that we should be hanging our hopes on, that we can have a control over to get funding going. Because it's being done in Jamaica. Jamaica is doing an excellent job of it. It's being done in Kenya. It's being done all over the world. I mean, Israel. I mean, Tobago is no different. I think we can generate the kind of resources we need to generate to develop Tobago without constantly the Trinidad issue, which might be an important conversation, yes, but not the conversation I think we need to be having.
All right. Well, thank you for using Tobago Updates this morning as your vehicle to advocate for the restructuring of that venture capital company within the THA. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back right after this. See you soon.
Rise up to a brand new dawn, and as the passion starts.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents our signature.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look, this is your show.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. 3 pounds wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT Soup Saturday. 2 pounds cube beef, 2 pounds cow heel, 2 pounds chicken foot, 2 pounds pigtail or smoked bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. 3 pounds leg and thigh chicken, 3 pounds sliced pork, 3 pounds lamb slice, 3 pounds cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
I can't live without you, I can't be without you for too long. Cause when I'm around you, I feel like the heavens has come down. I feel it in my soul every time we on the road, it's a miracle.
My name is Anne Natasha II.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Before the break, we were chatting about the increase in the murder toll in Tobago, with 3 additional murders being recorded overnight. Another unfortunate situation for the crime situation here on the island of Tobago. Now, we've heard in the budget presentation by the Chief Secretary very recently that there is a proposal in the upcoming fiscal for the THA Department of Public Safety and Security. This morning, we're chatting briefly with the Chief Technical Advisor for the Division of Finance, Mr. Anselm Richards. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Good Morning Tobago.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us on your busy schedule. We know that you are out and about, and even at the last minute, you decided to jump on to chat with us about this escalating crime situation on the island and why it's important for this particular proposal to be integrated as soon as possible and for the adequate finances to be provided for this project in order to get it off the ground. Good morning again.
Good morning. Well, as you said, 3 murders overnight. This has to be a very discomforting development for all Tobagonians, wherever in the world you may find yourself at this particular point in time. One of the things that we have to come to terms with as Tobagonians living in a small knitted island of communities, of tightly knitted communities, we have a very intimate space that is Tobago. And one of the things I've been saying over the years when I've been monitoring the evolution of this unwanted trend in gun violence and the associated murder that come with that is that the Tobago society is too small to withstand gun violence of this nature, and we are seeing it today. One of the things we have to do, we have to recognize and come to the understanding, all of us as Tobagonians, that an illegal firearm anywhere in Tobago is a threat to the life and livelihood of every Tobagonian everywhere on the island. And that means that we have to collectively come together and respond to this evil threat that is now consuming our island. That being said, there are some things some fixes that the law enforcement community has to engage with almost immediately. There has to be a higher level of deployment of intelligence-driven targeted operations to get these firearms off the streets of Tobago. That has to be a priority item for the police service and the other law enforcement agency on the island. The Ministry of National Security needs to deploy the necessary national security assets and infrastructure to ensure that happens in the most efficient and effective way in the shortest possible time. We also have to look at the issue of border security for Tobago and probably the wider Trinidad and Tobago coastline, and that means that we have to mitigate against illegal firearms and ammunition getting into the Tobago space and into the Trinidad and Tobago space, and that requires a very high and elevated level of border security, where we extend our borders outwards into beyond our territorial sea. So the Coast Guard has a significant role and responsibility in this nature of operation. We also have to look at the operation of the internal security apparatus of the country, and more so in Tobago. And here we speak to the whole issue of how do we complement and support what is happening with the national law enforcement agencies operating in the Tobago space. We are seeing from what is happening on the ground in Tobago that there is some deficiency or there is some gap in the security arrangement. And therefore, over the years, this issue of the Department of Public Safety and Security in the Tobago Assembly is not really a new fix, but it is something that has been pursued before by previous administration. But I think that the Farley administration is at a point where this is about to be implemented. We have done the research, we have done the legal reviews, and there is no legal impediment to the establishment of this unit. This unit is intended to, one, establish in it the THA police operation, or the THA police. Two, we are going to have the litter wardens and the traffic warden operating in this department. We are going to integrate it. We are going to integrate in the operation of this department all the other agencies and units of the THA that has a core public safety and public security function. So TEMA will be under this department, our forest rangers, our game wardens, our reef patrol officers, our lifeguards, and our environmental police. These are some of the core agencies that will comprise this Department of Public Safety and Security. Also, there's a significant role in this, a functional role for public health. I think sometimes we overlook that aspect of public safety, where public health is concerned in terms of food safety and all of that, and the operation of businesses in the space. So that is the kind of ambit that we have described and engineered for this department. I think it is timely. It is not intended to replace the national police, but more to be supportive and complementary to the existing police operation, to close some of the gaps that we are observing in the security arrangement for the island. What this will allow the THA to do is to deploy some of its police officers and security agents across the island in key areas to really provide the presence of guardians that will, be a deterrent to some of the want-to-be criminals that we have among us on the island. So that will elevate the level of safety and security at the public level on the island.
What does the structure of this THA police look like? Is it that you would be outsourcing officers from existing security companies, or would individuals be contracted by the THA to work under this department? Yeah,
there will be a recruitment program and a training program. Yes, we will be contracting officers to work. There are also some existing officers under the public service police, security unit. The intention is to have them uptake into this unit, but we are going to be recruiting persons on a recruitment policy. We are also developing a training policy. I think the intention here, as approved by the Chief Secretary at this particular point in time, is to have these officers trained at a minimum level in the first instance of those of the Special Reserve Police officers. So that is the level at which we are going to establish the THA police. They are going to be trained at the minimum level of the Special Reserve Police officers who are now operating alongside the police officers. So that makes the synergy very seamless and efficient. We are hoping to engage the Police Training Academy as the agency to initiate and to effect this training on behalf of the THA. So there will be.
I think we lost Mr. Richards there. That's quite unfortunate, or maybe we had a bit of a technical difficulty. My production team will let me know. All right,
Hello?
well, we have you back there. Sorry, you went out there for a bit. So we were talking about the training by the police academy to have them trained.
At the level of the special reserve police officers.
Correct.
So that will make the functional relationship with the police service very seamless and efficient. Right?
All right,
So that
well,
will be
let's be practical and honest. This administration only has a few months left in office, and I'm guessing that a project like this on this magnitude would be operated in a phase-by-phase basis. How is this going to be structured in a way that creates sustainability regardless of what administration comes or goes?
Well, the current environment with what we are seeing, you just have mentioned 3 murders overnight. That in itself, the reality on the ground speaks to the need and the sustainability for a unit like this. The challenge here is that when you set up a security agency like this is not a political agency, and they should transcend political administration. And I don't know if a year alone speaks to the end of this administration, because there's an election at the end of this year, and it is likely that this administration will return to office. So the continuity of this program for me is not really the issue, because any administration that comes in will certainly embrace this program and this project, because as I said before, this is not a new project. It's something that was being pursued by the Over London administration, but they never came across to do the kind of implementation and to do the kind of work that this administration have done in 3 years. Just imagine that this is something that has been in the book for over 20 years, and this administration is at the point now for its implementation within a period of 3 years. Building on some of the historical work that was done by the previous administration, but significant gains were made, and I think the sustainability of this unit is relevant and important to the Tobago society to see where we want to go with this island, and the importance of citizen security in the kind of economy that Tobago is. If you have an economy that is tourism based, you have to have a very secure and safe environment for your visitors, and therefore 1 murder in Tobago is a deterrent for visitors to come to the island, and therefore we have to treat with this beyond the politics. This has to be a political, and you know the term, a political entity or a political program that will transcend political administration.
Right, and with the time that you have left, what phases of this project do you think is possible to be completed? Because I think it's an extensive department to set up. Is it that you are planning to go in a phase-by-phase basis? What would the first phase of that be,
right,
based on the amount of time that is left?
So definitely the first phase will be to bring TEMA, because TEMA, the established units we have, TEMA, the game warden, the game warden, the environmental police, our reef patrol unit, and our lifeguards. They are already in existence. Is to just reconfigure them under this department, set up new operational protocol, new infrastructure, new safety protocols for the operation with clear goals and objectives. So that will be the starting point. So it's really not something totally new that we are creating, but we are reorganizing the institutional structure of the THA for efficiency and effectiveness. So that will be the first phase. So that is just to reconfigure the operational dynamics of TEMA, the game warden, the forest rangers, the reef patrol unit, the lifeguards, and have those things functional. While we build out the THA police, that will require a little legislative work in terms of establishing issuing the warrant to set up the THA police under the supplemental police bill, and then the whole issue of training the police officer, as you said, will take a little time, working out the logistics for the training with the police academy and so forth, and establishing the operational protocol. That will be the final phase of the program.
Let's talk about legal consultants. One of the persons whose name continues to come up when we talk about policing is former police commissioner Gary Griffith. Is he someone whose name is on the list when it comes to individuals to consult in regards to establishing this service and maybe even assisting in leading this Tobago police?
No, we have not given any consideration to Mr. Griffith being part of this exercise at this particular point in time. We will not rule out the opportunity or the option, but at this particular point in time, this administration have not placed any emphasis on Mr. Gary being part of this equation at this particular point in time. We have in our own space, we have retired Assistant Commissioner of Police who are amply qualified, who are attorneys who have been working with us. And I could say that Mr. Nurse, William Nurse, have worked with us on this exercise. You know, there are other police officers in this space who have been consulted on matters, and they will be engaged going forward. But definitely, Mr. Griffith has not been placed as a variable in this equation at this particular point in time.
All right, let's take a quick break and let's come back as we continue our conversation this morning.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. This morning we are wrapping up our conversation and I am still chatting with technical advisor Anselm Richard. Good morning and welcome back, sir. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, as we wrap up our discussion this morning in regards to that THA Safety and Security Department, we are talking a bit more in regards to that THA Police. And this presents an opportunity for employment on the island. And one of the questions that continue to come up is, what type of compensation can persons be looking forward to? Would it be more lucrative than even joining the police force, something that would encourage people to want to come to Tobago and be a part of the Tobago police service? And does it provide any level of job security, or are we going to see individuals working on contract?
Well, contract is job security. It's performance-based job security. So if you are on a contract and you want to keep your job, you got to function. We cannot deploy the public service culture, and I know my public service colleague may have an issue with it. We cannot deploy or seek to deploy the public service culture into an important entity like this, where people feel that they have an entitlement to be employed regardless of their performance or lack thereof. And therefore, I think the contract employment provides an opportunity for the administration to ensure that the quality service that this unit is intended to deliver is had by Tobagonians at all levels of the society. And therefore, it will be incumbent upon the employee to ensure that his or her performance as part of the THA police is up to par to ensure his retention as an officer in this unit. So that's one, and it's going to be contract employment. Two, that provides job security based on performance. Three, the compensation will be at the market rate. You know, we are not in a position to outbid the police service that is being funded by national security and the central government. Remember, the THA depends for its allocation from the central government. So, and we don't want to declare a wage war or a salary war against the police service. That is not the intention of this unit at all. But what I can guarantee is that the compensation will be at par with market rates that are happening in this space, and it will be lucrative. And I think what it does for Tobago is that we expend hundreds of millions of dollars in security services that are contracted by the THA over the years and continue to be so engaged. So that will provide for the THA and for the persons and for individuals to have an opportunity to be engaged at the level of the THA. We are not intended to displace the private security firms operating in this space, but there will be a market share that the THA is going to say we are going to be in charge of providing 60% or 70% of the security needs of the THA, and we contract out the next 30, or we 60% and we contract out the next 40, because we recognize that private sector has a role to play in this, and the intention is not really to block out, or as the young people say, to go south the private security sector in Tobago. But where we are, Tobago need an elevated intervention, and the THA is the entity that is poised to provide that in terms of our security construct. And we must remember that the core responsibility and duty of any administration, any government, the first primary responsibility is the safety and security of the citizenry of the island.
Right, and as we wrap up, what comments do you have in regards to the allocation for safety and security in the upcoming budget from the central government?
Well, we are requesting, and we are in conversation. The Chief Secretary and the Prime Minister is in conversation on this unit. You heard the Prime Minister mention it recently. The Prime Minister is now awakening to the importance of this unit. May I say that? And there are serious conversations taking place. That is all I could say at this particular point in time, but definitely we are going to put the operational costs for this unit before the central government and demand the appropriate allocation to ensure its functionality and its efficiency where the resources and other financial requirements are concerned.
All right. Well, we can only hope that what one requests is what one gets. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Richards, for coming on at such a short notice. I thank you so much for making your comments and letting Tobago know about that new Department of Safety and Security that they can see coming out of the THA, and possible employment opportunities, and hopefully an effective means of fighting crime on the island of Tobago. Again, thank you, guys. This is where we end off the show this morning. We want to thank you for joining us. We want to thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, and doing all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster on the island of Tobago. Again, thank you and have a great day. Stay safe.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated ones, We special and there is no denying. Tobago is #1. I am you.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Tobago is such a nice place.
Tobago Carnival right here.
not leave it till we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real titans of soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities, welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Bell Manor Riots, and Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month. a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.
Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.